Hi everybody, my name is Harry Jacobs and I am the North of 60 Gamer, and I'm here representing the North of 60 Gaming channel. It is cold outside here in Yellowknife and it's a balmy minus 46, and today my furnace is not working properly. At minus 46, that's not very nice. The propane gelled up and it's been cool ever since, and the landlord's looking at it. But we're going to warm it up by looking at coffee roaster. So let's go down to the board and brew a cup of coffee. Who doesn't enjoy a fresh cup of Java in the morning? Coffee Roaster is a solitaire pool building game where you choose from a variety of coffee roasts you want to create with your beans in order to create that perfect cup of joe. The coffee you are trying to roast must start with the perfect blend of beans. You start by placing a number of tokens specific to that variety, which you put into a bag. Each turn you draw a number of bean tokens randomly from the bag to advance their roast level. When you are finished, you make a cup tasting to check the taste of your coffee and score points accordingly. Each variety has its own target roast level, but approaching the target is not enough for the perfect roasting. You also have to even out the roast level of each bean while not spoiling the flavor of the variety. You also have to screen out smoke tokens and burnt bean tokens that hinder your roasting, and reject bean tokens that spoil the taste. It is important to control the contents of your bag utilizing flavor effects and unique effects caused by placing tokens on the roast board. There are 22 varieties of bean in the game. In one game, you try to roast 3 of them, and your roaster title is awarded based on the total score. Enjoy the world of coffee roasting and aim for the ultimate title, Master. So, we're looking at the board here. It's a very simple board. It's made up of actually 3 components. This is the cup tasting. This is going to be later on at the end of the roasting phase, because we have 2 basic phases here. We have a roasting phase and then a cup tasting phase. Here is our roaster. The temperature rises as we go along in this game. Every time we go up, we're going to add 1 to the beans, and I'm going to explain what that means when we get to the board and actually playing the game. At 10 and 12 is a double roast. That means a 0 becomes a 2, a 1 becomes a 3. We add smoke tokens to our bag, further diluting the roast. The track below is actually a tracker for that you use to add the bean count in there, because we don't want to over roast or under roast. There's a score that we need to hit, and I'm going to show you that in about a minute. Here is our immediate actions. We can take that anytime at the turn. We can take 2 out of the bag. We can put 2 from our roast back in the bag and take 2 more. We can take 5 out of the bag, put 3 back in the bag and throw out 2 more. And finally we can get rid of some bad tokens, the smoke and the bad beans. Up here we're actually going to be able to put a 0-1 to take a multi-flavored bean out. Here are our cup effects. So we can add the flavor tokens here to take one of these tokens to put on our cup. Each one of these has a different use. This is the honeycomb, which allows us to give it multiple flavors as a wild card. This allows us to discard more beans before we have to put it in a cup. This one gives us 3 points. This one allows us to take 2 beans, put 1 in one of these special spots and discard the other one. And this one allows us just to switch 2 beans out. So we're going to take 2 beans up, put it back in the bag, and put more 2 beans down. It just gives us a little more flexibility. So basically what we're going to do then is I'm going to pick a coffee blend out of a variety of coffee roasts. And I'm going to show you I've picked the St. Paulo. It is a beginner roast. Up here is the number of counters that are going to go in our bag to start with. So we're going to have 13 zeros, 3 hard, 3 water, 1 bad bean, 2 red flavor, 2 green flavor, and 3 blue flavor, for a total of 27. We're going to start ourselves on the 8th spot. Moved it there. And we're going to be looking for 14 points of roasting to get the maximum amount of points. Points are determined by the chart on your roast. In this case, it's 14 will give me 10 points. Flavor points for the number of flavor tokens that match what is on that roast. In this case, in the St. Paulo, we're going to want 1 green, 2 blues. Here, skill points is, can I have a, where I'm grouping like beans, so if I have 3, 2 beans, I'll get 1 point. If I can put 5 out there, or all of them the same, I get a maximum of 5 points. And here I get minus points for empty spaces, keeping that empty bean space, -5, ouch. So you're going to lose minus points too. So we have to watch that we don't put bad beans down in our cup. But that is the basic setup of the game. So I'm gonna put the beans in the cup and we're gonna get started. So our first coffee is a beginner coffee. We are going to do a Brazilian coffee from São Paulo. We're going to put 13 zeros, 3 hard beans, 3 moisture, 1 bad bean, 2 reds, 2 greens, 3 blues. We're going to be looking for a 14 points of coffee roasting with a green and 2 blues as flavor. So let's go down. You can see my beans are all here. I'm just going to stick them in a bag and we're going to get started. So I've pulled the first 8 out of the bag. This is our starting position according to our Brazilian roast. The 2 water go away right away. We don't really need any red because we're looking for 1 green and 2 blues. Don't mind my sweater. As you can tell by the bottom of the card, 2 green, 2 blues for the flavor. So we can get rid of the red. We have 2 zeros here. I wouldn't mind getting started trying to get the honeycomb here, but each one of these reds, greens, and blue do different things. So in order to trigger the immediate effect or the flavor effect, is I'm going to have the green put 2 back in the bag. I certainly don't want to put 2 zeros back in the bag. Green I can break down, so if I had a 2, I can make 2 1s, or 3, I can make a 2 and a 1. And a red combines, so 0, 0 is 0. So it doesn't make any sense right now to do anything other than to perhaps roast what we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to take 3 1s. So we're going to put our zeros back in the bag. Take 3 1s. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to put them back in the bag with the flavor. Being a bag builder, we're really going to want to get this thinned out before we hit the smoke. We'll be able to hopefully make use of this and have a really good bad draw maybe. So we get 9 this time. 1, 2, 3. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Not a particularly useful draw. Not bad though. We're going to get rid of our water. I don't think we're going to pull anything out. Well, we might. Don't need any red. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this red and pull 2 more out, and hopefully I get maybe 2 more zeros or something. This, yeah, not very useful at all. Okay, well, we got to live what we got. So I'm going to pick up 4 1s and a 2 and put that into the bag. So we're going to push our thermostat up to the 10, which means we're going to pick up these 2 smoke markers, and they're going to go into our bag, further diluting our roast. We have a double roast this time, which means we're going to bump our roasts up by 2 as opposed to 1. And we get to take 10 tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This is not too bad, or not too bad for us. I'm going to take a 0 and 1. And I'm going to take the wild card token. This is red, green, or blue as a flavor. This is going to give us some flexibility in the game with our greens and blues. It's a double roast. I really don't want to get this to 4. So I'm going to take this blue. And because I want to get that here eventually, I'm going to put the blue here. I'm going to take my number 2 and break it down to 2 number 1s. And then I'm going to take my green. I'm going to save the green for a hallelujah. I'm going to take my 2 1s. Make it two twos. And that is the end of that turn. Actually, they would be threes, actually, because ones go to threes. So we'll take out the two twos that we just put in and actually put in two threes because it was a double roast. The rest will go back into the bag. And we're going to pick 11 tokens this time. 1, 2, 3. Hopefully we'll get a green. I want to put those threes back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay. So we have a green. We're going to put the green here. And we're going to put these we're going to put two of these back in the bag. And we're going to pull that down here. We only need one green. And we don't need any red. So I'm going to take two and make one, eh? No, nothing here makes sense to do right at the moment. So what I'm going to do is let this roast go on for another turn. And so we have a 1, which becomes a 2. And with 3 ones. And we'll put everything back in the bag. And lucky us, now that we're on 12, we actually get the other 3 smoke tokens. So hopefully we're going to find something, a nice big draw of bad tokens, and then we can trigger this down there. Now, it is really cold in my house today because, as I said, the furnace is gone. So my fingers are just a bit on the numb side as I try to do this. So we're going to pick out 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. This would over roast, which we don't really want an over roast at this point. So we are going to take our blue. We still need 2 blues, but we've only used, so we're going to need these 2 blues here. I only need 1 green, and I have 2 greens, so we don't want to use that. But we do have the multicolor. So I'm going to take my blue. I'm going to take my blue because I can, and I'm going to put it up here. And that's going to allow me to take my 3. Because if I didn't, it would double roast to 5. And I'm going to put a 2 and a 1 back in the bag. There's nothing really a lot of danger here. And I didn't really pull something that would have wants me to trigger this. So it's kind of tough. Do I want the 4? I think we're okay. If I take that 4, I think we're going to be okay. So we'll let everything roast up. And hopefully we'll be able to bail some stuff out of our bag, because we're going to be in trouble here, I think, if we don't. We don't need this red. So we can break this into 2 ones if we want. Okay, that's what we're going to do here. We're going to take our red, take our 2, break it back down to 2 ones. Remember, we really just want a bunch of 2s in our bag. And every time we do immediate action, it just goes back in the bag so it doesn't roast up. Then we're going to roast this to a 2, the 0 to a 2, and our 2 ones to a 3, or 2 ones to 3s. Everything else I'm happy with. This comes out and puts it into our cup. And we're going to bump this up now. I should be keeping track along here about what's in our roasting bag, but I think we're okay. We're going to pick 13. So we're really going to want to start triggering some other stuff here if we can. I have 1 more. I don't have any more reds. I've got the, yeah, it's going to be close whether I'm going to get a really good brew here or not. 1, 2, 3. 11, 12. Oh, that's going to be unhealthy. I can't do anything about these 3. So my 1, 3 is going to go to a 4. This is dangerous. I have 2 3s actually. Oh, well. We're going to go to a 4. My 0 is going to go to a 1. My other 0 is going to go to a 1. So we have 2 1s. We have a 2 going to a 3. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6s all going to 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And our bad smoke going in. I was really hoping to pull a color so I could get rid of a bunch of that smoke, because that could bite us in our butt later. This is going to be our last roast, so we are in the danger zone as far as I'm concerned. And we get to pick 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm not really getting the colors I was hoping for. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14. So I'm probably pretty much in trouble at this point, because I'm going to take my green, even though it's only going to be worth like 1 point. So we're going to take that, at least get rid of these 3 smoke. 1, 2, 3. This is going to over roast, which is unfortunate. So we're going to take the bad bean, as you can see right there, put that in our bag. We're going to get a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 3s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 3 2s. 1, 2, and 3. Now we are now into our tasting. So we're going to draw one at a time, and we're going to put them on the border in these spots. At the end, we'll have an opportunity to trade 2 and draw 2, but hopefully we won't over roast. I got a feeling we're going to over roast my Brazilian here. I got a feeling we're going to over roast stuff. So for the first one, we're going to draw a 3. Well, we need 14, so now we need 11. We have a big one in there. We're going to have to bail it. Oh, okay, that's a good one. Now we're up to 4. Really hope we can get some flavor in there. Oh, there we go. There we are, 7. 9. So far, so good. Oh, phew. Okay, we've bailed a bean. That's good. Hopefully we get some flavor. Hup, another one. Those are worth minus. We do need to get some flavor in here. There's another 3. You know what? I'm going to... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's going to give us 11. You know, I'm going to put the 3 here for now. We're going to keep our options open for being able to maybe switch stuff around, maybe. Okay, there's another 2, which is perfect. Because we want those 2s, right? Right now we have 10. I'm going to put okay. 13. Okay. Hopefully we'll get a flavor token here somewhere. So I'm going to go over for sure. That's 15. Okay, we have yet to pull any flavor out. Haha! I'm going to put that there. I have a feeling... Okay, we didn't use all our flavors. Definitely going here. Not good. There's minus 1 point. Oh. And... Oh. Well, this couldn't have gone more wrong. What's left in the bag? Oh, I only have 1 flavor left in the bag? I guess I did. Oh, in my multi. So I didn't get any flavors. So I have totally over roasted. So we look at the number of points. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 21 points. I get zip. I get a big zip. I have nothing on the board for flavor. Actually, though, before we do that, let's put the bag. We do have that cup. I forgot we have that cup there. So I'm going to put the 2 3s back into the bag with the hopes that we draw something nicer. So maybe we'll get some. Okay. Oh, there's our 3 back. And there's a 4. So I have just brewed the most terrible pot of coffee you could ever brew in this game. I have no points. I have a spoiled cup of coffee here. Now I'm just going to play the one game because this is more of a demo. It's not really a playthrough. I'm going to preview this to you. You could play up to 3 games if you want, or you can play a standalone game, which I just did. But this is how the game plays. It's fast, it's easy, it's a lot of fun. I screwed it up. I got no points. Now, I only played on the app the other day. There is an app for the Apple and the iOS. In fact, I can, just let me bring it up here. There it is. So, and it was only $5.49 Canadian. You can play a 1 game or a 3 game. So we're going to play the 1 game here. I didn't do very well in this game at all. But I thank you for watching. My name is Harry Jacobs. I am the North of 60 Gamer. Maybe next time I'll do better. But I have a lot of games coming up in the next week trying to get through. I've got Deep State. I've got Dice Throne Adventures. I've got Excavation Earth. Lost Cities of Arnak. I've got Warhammer Quest card game. It's a Wonderful World, Dungeon, Dune, Pulp Invasion. I've got a ton of things to try to get up onto my channel. I hope you'll be with me. Hope you enjoy this little quick run through. I hope you had fun. I had fun doing it for you. And we will see you next time, and I hope it warms up.